It's Thursday, January the 7th. It is in this time of Christmas. We will finish Christmas next Sunday with the Solemnity of the Baptism of the Lord. And today the Gospel is taken from St. Luke chapter 4, verse 14 to 22. Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit, and news of him spread throughout the whole region. He taught in their synagogues and was praised by all. He came to Nazareth, where he had grown up, and went according to his customs into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. He stood up to read and was handed a scroll of the prophet Isaiah. He unrolled the scroll and found the passage where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, and to proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord." Rolling up the scroll, he handed it back to the attendant and sat down. And the eyes of all in the synagogue looked intently at him. He said to them, "Today, this scripture passage is fulfilled in your hearing." And all spoke highly of him and were amazed at the gracious words that came from his mouth. The Gospel of the Lord. During these days between the Epiphany and the baptism of the Lord, the Gospel readings are giving us different faces of Jesus, different aspects of Jesus. It's like a puzzle week where we put together different aspects of the life of Jesus, who Jesus is at the end. Because during this year, 2021, we need really to answer the question, who is Jesus for me? How important is he for me? So today we read a very famous passage, the first preaching of Jesus in the Gospel of Luke. Jesus had been going to the Jordan River to be baptized by John the Baptist, and now he went back to Galilee. Everything began in Galilee at the end. And he went, and very interesting, in the Gospel of Luke, the presence of the Spirit. So he says, no, return to Galilee in the power of the Spirit. So it's Jesus who is always led by the Spirit. In fact, the book of the Acts of the Apostles, also written by Luke, is called the Gospel of the Spirit. And right away, Luke tells us that Jesus became very famous. No? Jesus, what was he doing? Teaching in their synagogues. And the people were amazed, praised him, because he taught with authority, unlike the scribes and the Pharisees. He knew what he was talking about, because he's the Word, the Son of the living God. And now, the central passage is he went to Nazareth, to his own town. Everybody was amazed. Who is this? It's Jesus, the son of Joseph. We know him at the end. They knew Jesus very well. Imagine Nazareth is not a city, it's a small village, maybe 150 and 200 people live in Nazareth. So it was a small town, everybody knew everything, even they were related among themselves. No? So, and then the gospel says he went to the synagogue on the Sabbath, as it was his custom. So if just think, if Jesus, the Son of God, went to the synagogue every Saturday, so we Christians, we humans, we should go to Mass every Sunday. We should go to the church every Sunday. The synagogue means that has the same meaning the church. Synagogue and church means the gathering. It's God who gathers his people. In the synagogue, what did they do? They read the scriptures. Anybody could read and could explain the scriptures to the assembly. So it's Jesus who read the scripture in a very famous passage from the prophet Isaiah. But he didn't read everything. He read just the beautiful part. The part of judgment Jesus skipped. No? It's very interesting. No? He read, and the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. So it's the Spirit again who is always leading Jesus to bring good tidings to the poor. It's Jesus who brings salvation to everybody at the end, to the humanity. No? And to bring liberty to captives, recovery of sight to the blind, to the oppressed freedom, and to proclaim the year of the grace of the Lord. And the gospel is very interesting. He rolled up the scroll, handed it back to the attendant, he sat down. Everybody was looking at him. So we as Christians, we should be like the people of Nazareth, looking at Jesus. Look at him. Today is Thursday. Look at Jesus in the Eucharist. Just stay with him. And Jesus says something very important. Today, this scripture passage is fulfilled in your hearing. In the presence of the Lord, all the prophecies of the Old Testament are fulfilled because Jesus came to bring us freedom. And we will read throughout the Gospels during this year how Jesus brought freedom, how Jesus cured the ill, expelled demons, preached to the people, how Jesus cared and was concerned for everybody. So let us look at him. Let us be amazed of the teaching of Jesus. You know, we the Christians, if we knew the richness, the treasure that we have in the Gospels, we will be something different. So today, remember, go to Mass. We have, first of all, 7:30 in the morning, we have the Rosary. And then 8 o'clock, we have the Mass. After the Mass, we expose the Blessed Sacrament until 6:30. At 3 o'clock, we have the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. Then 6:30, we have the blessing with the Blessed Sacrament. Look at Jesus. Be amazed. May God be with you today and always.